H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Let me see. Somebody trying to. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and a YouTube Live. And today, I'm trying to get all my shares out of the way because I share the show too, just like I asked y'all to do it. I come on here and share. I think I did that already. Let's go. I shared it there. Let me share it right here one more time. Hey, just share it. But what's up, man? It's Tuesday. I can't wait. I saw some things on. I thought some friends of mine was. He was tweeting. I mean, he put on Facebook, and he got a unique way of expressing himself. He's different, and I don't agree with. See, I got friends that I just don't agree with. But guess what? This is his opinion. Y'all be thinking y'all don't understand when you have a show to do, you have to. I can't sit up here and say, oh, Kevin K, that's right. Kevin K. Now, Kevin K, if you got something that I think is, I'm going to support it. I'm going to say it's right. But if you got something I'm going to question, please allow me to question. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is, no, but just, allow me to. I love when I have never, ever told y'all, one of y'all, don't you comment on this show. But some of y'all get mad. I don't like that way y'all talk about it. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the comment that's on the screen. I only talk to you in person. We talking about I'm talking to you on the screen. What the hell you get mad at? I'm fixing up my wife. The hell you get mad about? It just killed me. Shadow show. It's just funny to me. Like somebody yesterday watching the show. It kills me how people come on this show. And I like how you take ownership. And you should take ownership of the show. But I'm talking about a subject. And and Thaddeus Moody came on with another subject, and I'm on Drake. Y'all gotta understand, y'all comments are more important than what I'm talking about to me. Y'all comments are more important than what I'm talking about to me. Because if I see one of your comments, I won't talk to it because people say, Rob, check on this comment. Because I want to make it a show. I don't want to make it a show. I'm just sitting up there talking and you don't say nothing. So then somebody gonna come on and talk about, stay focused, stay on. Dude, I got this. I can go and talk to Status Moody and come right back to where I was. Evidently, you ain't even watching the show. Cause I kind of good. But let me shout out to my starting five. Let me see. We got Thaddeus Moody. We got Brad Kimmel. What's up, Brad? We got Sterling Creeks in the building. We got Kevin K. We got Daryl Anderson. Let me tell you something. Daryl Anderson, let me tell you something, man. Today, I'm on. Daryl Anderson, thank you and your wife, Tony. Daryl Anderson, ever since you've been watching this show, ever since you've been a member of the Boom Boom Room, Daryl Anderson, I really, really appreciate you. From the bottom of my heart. Your name is always one of the first names that pop up on the screen every single day. So nobody else done told you. Robert Hatter appreciate you. Let me see who else Thaddeus Moody, you know I appreciate you. Brad Kimball, you know I appreciate you. Sterling Creeks, you know I appreciate you. Kevin K, you know I appreciate you. I just want y'all to Eric Boone, you know I appreciate you. Brandon Wheatfall, I appreciate you. Brian Boatwright, Crystal Fordham, I appreciate you. Sonia Billings, Robert Hatter, appreciate you. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna repeat it again. I love for when you comment. I don't be mad at your comment. Somebody said, we got a right. Somebody came on here. I think what that boy came on here who barely come on the show every now and then. Marcus Lowe. What's his name? What's the boy name? Marlon Lowe come on here talking crazy one time. Well, we can put it up there. I said, yeah, if you can put it up there, I got a right to check it. Duh. Uh, Brandon, we talked about you yesterday, man. How did I talked about your I didn't put your picture up on the screen, Brandon. Yesterday. Let me show you what I did for you, Brandon, yesterday. Let me show you what I do. Let me show you what I had, old Brandon. Brand. I put your picture on the screen yesterday, Brand. You weren't even on here. You were so busy preparing for your speech last night. How did it work out last night at the Carthage College? You know what? I'm gonna bring you on, Brandon. Brandon, one day we're gonna have to come on. We're gonna talk about navigating our young kids, navigating this thing from a guy a player. Yes, we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that, Brandon. I promise we're gonna make that happen. But we saluted you yesterday. We really salute you every day. You're up there in that battleground brown state of Kenosha, Wisconsin, and we support you. Whatever we need for you today, we got you. Kevin Freidman, you've been there forever. Kevin Freidman has been on the show, in the studio. Kevin Freidman was there, I think, when the lady went crazy out in the studio, in the lobby. I think that was Kevin Freidman that day. Sylvie, Keith, and our listener. What's up, Keith? Keith Avery. And you know what? Hold up. Are there any other couples that's watching the show together? Because Sylvia and Keith, hold up. I know Robert Young and Rosie. By the way, happy birthday to Rosie Brown, man. My bad. Robert Young's fiance, it was her birthday over the weekend. Happy birthday, Rosie. Happy birthday. Soon as I get back, you know we're going to play golf. Rosie, what I love about Rosie Brown, her fiance was playing golf a lot with me. And Rosie, she came out there and wrote with us a couple of times. And and I know she ain't never told me this, but I know she said, look, my man's out there spending 3 or 4 hours a day doing something. You know what? I want to get involved. Not to stop him from doing what he's doing. But if my man, if he cares so much about something, this is a way sometimes we can connect together. They've been getting in couples tournaments together. I mean, she played in our tournament before. She played on my team before. This is a lady who just a few 8 months ago couldn't play. But now with her consistency and being able to practice and play all the time, and it's her birthday, and I can't wait to get back. She know I got her something. But I know she be laughing at me because I almost bring her a gift. Every time I play, I bring her something. I bring her golf balls. You know, one thing a golfer could never... Listen, if you know a golfer, one thing a golfer could never turn down is golf balls. Okay? Golf ball. All we always need. I don't care how good we are. Mine's a Pro V1. If you want to get me some Pro V1, that's my favorite. Not the Pro V1X, the Pro V1. Brandon. Kevin Freidman. Golf ball. Look at he talking about the golf ball. But ladies and gentlemen, Michael Smith, what's up, baby? Y'all, this gonna be an eventful day, Brandon. Brandon, you can choose the. Cause I saw some, Brandon. I don't know where I want to go first, but wake up. I want everybody to wake up. It's voter registration today. It takes only 2 minutes. And all you people talking about, oh, but I'm tired, Robert. You're gonna be tired if that tyrannical dictator get in office. That traitor dictator get in office. You're gonna be tired of fighting for your rights. You know, I'm tired. You're going to be tired of fighting for your life. You're going to be tired, too tired for the government telling you what to do with your body. That every time I think about what in the wrong with these old ass, wrinkled up ass white men in Congress, sitting up there trying to tell a woman what to do with the body. I just don't. Cause you don't run your house at home. You don't run your house at home, but you want to come to Congress to try to run everybody else's house. Y'all, I just ain't got. Y'all got to help me now. Y'all got to talk me. Y'all got to talk me off a ledge now. You got to talk me off a ledge. Skip over here. What's up, Skip? Skip, I don't see you. Quit trying to hide. Let me know you're on here. But let's see. We got to be tired. But y'all got to understand. There's a remedy here. And it's called voting. And your vote matters, regardless of what they tell you. But there is a remedy. Uh, I like to talk about this. I want you to call your mama, call your brother, your sister, your cousin, your girlfriend, your grandmama, your whole congregation, and tell them to check their voter registration. So do it now before it's too late. It's too much at stake. What better way than to do it on voter registration day? You can go to the Save America website and they'll tell you exactly where to go. What's up? What's up, Skip? Skip. What's up, baby? Skip, tell me what. Skip. We'll talk to you later, man, because you got to tell me what happened on the weekend. I ain't been in the weekend. All I do, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but I had some questions yesterday. Couldn't nobody answer, but I'm gonna get back to it a little bit. But let me get this out the way. But people in high offices and you want to be to whom much is given, much is required. If you don't want to deal with public scrutiny, then don't take a public position. I can't make it any simpler than that. All you coaches, that's a public position. Your ADs, that's a public position. Your presidents, that's a public position. You chancellors, that's a public position. All of y'all, if you take on these things, you're going to have public scrutiny. I got this show. I know I'm going to have scrutiny. It's somebody got mad at me because I was talking about something that Rafa Austin sent me and told me to address. And people got mad at me. I think they ain't mad at him. Y'all think about this. The man that asked me, Rob, did you take a look at this? Because me and him had already talked about this situation. We had talked about, he said, people, that was a high level summer event. Because I didn't know, because I ain't heard a lot of people talk about it. But he told me, and I addressed it on the show. Somebody got mad at me because of what Rafa told me. And I sit there and I think me and that dude's relationship ain't gonna never be the same again. All because, but guess what? Public scrutiny. I can take it. But can you take it? Let me see. Let's see what. You know what I thought about too? I saw this too. I got a little HBCU news. I got a whole lot of stuff, and I didn't write down that ain't came to me yet. I got some stuff, y'all. If y'all know of some stuff, if y'all want to hear about some stuff, y'all, I put it up on my thing, and it's some things that I need. I want to make sure that y'all be at that coaching clinic at U of H too. But I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. But hold on, because I'm trying to sneeze and I don't want. I hit the mute button before I sneezed in your ear. I'm so sorry. I think I hit the button. But Gramblin's AD, Grambling University AD, Travion Scott, he was talking about the upcoming match with Jackson State. He said, we're expected to be sold out. Check this out. It is expected to be the first sellout since the 1990s. Since the 1990s. Y'all hear what I said? Grambling versus Jackson State. The first sellout since the 1990s. That's a go. Great news. HBCUs too. The Biden-Harris administration just announced another $1.3 billion HBCU funding, which will support students and increase research and developer capacity. That brings the total investment in HBCUs by this administration up to a record $17 billion. Go to the whitehouse.gov and you'll see it on there. Go talk to your people at your HBCUs. Talk to the higher ups. Don't talk to the regular people. Talk to the people that know, and they will tell you. All them other lies about that dude lying, telling me he gave HBCUs. This is historic. $17 billion. Promises was kept. Promises were made. Promises were kept under this last administration, who was Vice President is Kamala Harris, and she had a great deal to do with it. I just want to give you all that information. Uh, and I got to make this comment. Please stop using free speech as a thing to say whatever you want to say. Consequences come with it. You can't fire in a crowded theater or place. You can't yell fire in a crowd. Listen to me. Stop using free speech. Let me go again. Hey, Crystal, I got you. I'm a pin that because I want to hear what you got to say. Stop using free speech as a thing to say whatever you want to say. Consequences come with it. Even on this feed, consequences come with it. You cannot yell fire in a crowded theater or place. You cannot tell your boss F you unless you want to be fired. You cannot threaten the President of the United States and the Vice President of the United States as Elon Musk and J.D. Vance and Donald Trump is. And all this other stuff. Free speech has a limit, ladies and gentlemen. And then I got another one for you. I was thinking about y'all because I saw this. I'm not in Houston. Skip, I'm on the West Coast. If it wasn't, I would have been there to check your son out this weekend. But evacuations, they tell me, is underway in the last 10 days. They have a neurotoxin leak at a chemical plant. Listen to me. Listen to me real good. This is what deregulation looked like under the Texas GOP. HD 128 needs someone who knows this industry, who will legislate for safety for workers in the community. You remember the other day, y'all, I think I got it pinned. To all of you people, Yolanda, all your friends who talk about, well, I don't get into politics. I don't care about politics. This is what I want you to tell them, especially our young people. Because I was young and I didn't know, when I was young, I didn't know about no damn politics. And until I went to college and took political science in college. Then I said, oh, wait, whoa. And I tell y'all, I regret some things. I should have took it further. I really did. Y'all, I really should have took it further. If you knew my story, if you knew my history, I should have took it further. But people talking about, I don't care about politics, but your landlord does. That's why he keep your rent high. This toxic plant that's blowing up out there in the port and releasing those neurotoxins, politics had something to do with that because the GOP lifted, check this out, lifted the restrictions and the governance of it. So these people at the plants can cut corners and do certain things. They ain't worried about me and your safety. You don't care about politics, but your boss does. That's why he keep your pay low. You don't care about politics, but your insurance company does. And that's how they keeps your premium high. So politics is involved, y'all, in everything around you. The chemical plant. So if you're not on the table, then you're on the menu. Like them people out there got neurotoxins in their system. Y'all, we need to be involved in every level. Let's get involved even as the dog catcher to the president. Make sure you're involved in every level of government. I'm going to talk about this every day because with your voice there, that means your voice actually matter. Ain't nobody going to speak up for Yolanda Green more than Yolanda Green. Ain't nobody gonna speak up for Crystal Fordham and the real estate stuff more than she will. Ain't nobody gonna speak up for Rayford Austin and his son more than he will. That's what killed me when you people be out here talking about, man, the daddy is overbearing. Ain't nobody gonna speak up for my son. I sit there and watch you, Skip, at the game, And I know how you feel. When you walk in that gym, you're at war. When you're a dad and you got a son out there playing, especially if he's a point guard. The point guards always get blamed for the they known for their wins and they get blamed for the losses. It was a nervous wreck when I went to the game. I felt every movement of the game within my body because it felt like everybody was in there against my baby. That's how I felt. It was me and him against everybody in the gym. People who go watch the games with me, few people, they know I sit away from everybody. I even sit on the visitor side because I'm at war. And if you don't understand that, you know, I just can't. But back to this. I just thought about you. I thought about that. But we got to be involved at every level because when your voice there, that means your voice actually matters. You can't complain if you don't vote. Actually, you can abstain from voting, but you cannot abstain from the world created by us that do. Just sit your little ass over there and just shut up. Because I never understood apolitical people as though their lives aren't being affected whether they care about politics or not. I told myself, I'm going to share that with y'all every single day because I want somebody to understand it. I want some young person to understand that. And we got to get this. Where am I? I think I'm finished there. But y'all, where my brothers at? Where my brothers at? You know, tomorrow is Women Rock Wednesday. This for my brothers. Brother. Every time I go to a meeting, somebody going to step up. Happy 57th birthday to that church lady. What church lady? Well, I missed that one. Somebody said they watching it. My voice. No, that might be, hold on. That might be your sister. Let me see if it's matching up. Hold on. Hold on, watch this. Ain't nobody gonna speak up for my son. Oh, I see it. And let me. Oh, okay. I might be. Let me try this. Thank you. That's all right. Just as long as you can hear my voice, don't worry about me. Just think of me as one of these Chinese movies. Just think of me as one of them Chinese movies. So, that's funny. Hold up, y'all. Let me make sure. Somebody just told me my voice is not matching up. That ain't nothing I can do about that, y'all. That's just how the signal is going out. And long as it sound good. Now I'm responsible if it don't sound good. If I sound good, and I just heard myself, I'm sounding pretty damn good right now. Damn, I shouldn't do that. Your boy Stephen A. Smith be doing that. I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry. But Crystal said, please understand these white men could care less about what black women do with their bodies and unborn. Oh, Crystal, damn. Crystal, you absolutely right. Oh, wait, hold on. Please understand, these white men care less about what black women do with their bodies and unborn children. They're upset that these white women are and always have been having abortions. That my friend is messing. Hold on. Oh, I like that. Hold on, Chris. Cause you started something. Cause you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Y'all, Crystal done said something that I ain't said I should have been saying. She said that my friends is messing up with their pure white race numbers. That they're really trying to stop the pure white race from becoming a minority up against all the other races of people divided in America. Crystal, I said women. I didn't say black women. I said policing women's bodies. Because our black women are affected too, though, Crystal. Our black women, they are affected too. So if they affected, Yolanda, happy birthday to Yolanda. Oh, happy birthday, Yolanda. I didn't know it was your birthday. I didn't know you was a church lady. I didn't know you was a church lady. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Happy birthday, Yolanda. I ain't know they call you the church lady. I ain't never heard that in my life. I ain't never heard nobody call you the church lady. You don't look like no church lady to me. No, I'm just kidding. But let me get back. What was I at? Y'all, boy, y'all just throw me. Y'all think y'all throw me off. But what was I at? But I was talking about black men, right? Black men, right? Because I was, talking to some people the other day. What is the Democratic Party doing for the black men? Which was great. I said, man, it's a good one. Great question. You know why? Y'all, us black men are not stupid. We're very intelligent. But some of us get a little sensitive because everything we feel, everything is geared toward the black woman or the white woman, everything and not us. But I'm finna share something with you, brothers, today. I want to share something with you. I got something for you. She said, I'm always at church and worship. Okay. All right. Well, okay. All right. I'm glad you ain't at church right now. But I'm going to take you to church in just a second. I'm finna to be Marcus D. Cosby today. See, but black men, we not going to fall for the okie doke. Y'all, I've studied this thing. You're not talking to a guy that's an op for the Democratic Party. I don't really identify with no party. I just like certain things that happen to be lining up. And it happened to be this time, it's a Democrat Party. But I know that swamp on the other side, they don't mean me no good. So I got to be on, sometimes, see, I told my son this one time. Hey, player, all your friends might not be mine. But all your enemies are mine. All your friends might not be mine, but all your enemies mine. I might not be cool, but let me tell you something. I know who the enemy is in this, because I've studied it. And I want you to study it, and I offer you to study it. Because if you don't know by now, if you ain't seen the difference, if you ain't been watching this rhetoric, talking about I ain't nobody tried to assassinate Kamala, you don't play no games like that, man. But us black men, we're not stupid. We're very intelligent, and we're not falling for the okie doke. But brothers, I ask you brothers out here, and I ask you brothers on the group chat out there in Houston, Texas. What is it that you need to hear from a political party on today, National Voters Registration Day, to help you get the other brothers involved? Can I repeat that? Have anybody ever asked you that? Brothers out there. Cause ain't nothing but a Crystal. I ain't seen nothing but Crystal and Yolanda. Is any brothers out there? Where they at? Women. Brothers, I got a question. What is it? Rafe Austin, Kevin Freidman, Michael Smith, Brandon Morris, Daryl Anderson, Brian Boatwright, Brian Reefall, Eric Green, Eric Boone. Eric Boone is out there out on the golf course. I know where he is. Brad Kimball, Thaddeus Moody. What is it that you need to hear from a political party on today, National Voter Registration Day, that will help you get other brothers engaged? Ain't nobody saying nothing, huh? Wait a minute. Is my mic still on? I2. What's your name, I2? I want to talk to you personally, because the name is more than I2. What's your name, I2? I just want to know. I want to ask you a question. I want to know if you're a man or a woman. I don't know. I too. Talk to me right quick. Talk to me now. Come on. Come on now. Talk to me. Where my guys at? Crystal, you saw that? Crystal. Crystal, did you see it's crickets? I'm gonna give y'all a chance to call your partners. I'm gonna give y'all Malik, what's up, Malik? Oh, Malik. Malik, I don't know where you stand on this. I'll just ask a question because I got a responsibility. What is it that you need to hear from a political party? I didn't say what I said. A political party on today, National Voters Registration Day, to help you get other brothers engaged. Good one, Mike. Mike, do you know how the government works? But you know you got to do your part too, Mike. Legislation drives a lot of that, Mike. A president can't do that, Mike. But you did say political party. I did, right? So you saying the political. Do me a favor, Mike. You and Thaddeus Moody. Take y'all two asses to Kamala Harris policies right now, right after this show, and you wouldn't even be asking me that. You wouldn't even be asking me that. I know y'all have not read her policies. And I'm not going to read them for you. But you just showed me, no, you ain't read it. No, you ain't read it. I know you ain't read it. For you to say that. For you to set those three questions right there. She got a job staying in there. She got a plan to change this economy around in there. And you telling me you read it? Well, you didn't comprehend it. You might have read it. Because a lot of people read stuff, but they don't know what the hell they read. I don't care who you went over with it. I've read a book before, Thaddeus Moody, and then I come back and read that book again and saw something else. Then I came back and read it again and saw something else. But let me help you. But it took y'all long enough. I got a question. Why do you think prices rose? Proper research is called. How do you think prices rose? Not one time did you say, evidently you don't have no money in the stock market and you don't have a 401k. Because your stock market and your 401k is killing right now. Let me repeat that. Evidently, you ain't looked at your 401k and you ain't looked at your stock portfolio. Because they killing. Why you think? How do prices get lowered? Why does gas prices? Oh, that's political. Ain't no way in the world Joe Biden, if he can walk in that office today, and I'm going Kamala Harris and Joe Biden can walk in this office today and say, right now, no, Mike, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that now. I don't care if you with her or not. I'm telling you what to tell your people. You need to listen to this. You need to go read first. Then you'll have some ammunition. This is what you don't tell your people. So you think it's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party. Now forget the Democratic Party, but I did say political party. You think Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in that office every day say, man, I like these gas prices like this. I like these food prices like this. I got to pay the same prices. I like this like this. Let's just keep it that way. Thank you, Malik. Thank you, Malik. Oh my God. Thank you, Malik. We have too many people who think that the orange food says it's true. This coming from the man who had a concept of a plan. Thank you, Ricky Scott. Mike, I'm just telling you. You and Thaddeus Moody? Yup. What Thaddeus Moody asked for the gas prices. Tell me he read it. What's the plan to create jobs? Boy, they got a jobs plan in there out the world. Oh, excuse me. We got the lowest unemployment of blacks since goddamn it since FDR right now. I think. That is Moody. So what are you talking about? Who you know having a problem to get a job? That is Moody. That's why I know you hadn't read it. That's why I know you haven't. You and your coworker, I don't know what the hell. Y'all must have been drinking that damn day. But I'm going to keep going. I understand, Mike, I'm trying to get, don't battle. Mike, don't battle with them drivers. Mike, don't battle with them people. You just keep giving them facts. The gas prices, they don't control the gas prices. That's what you should have said. Now you got something from Mike. Malik just gave it to you. Inflation is managed by the Federal Reserve. There's a whole lot of variables go. The president can't walk in there and say, I want inflation to stop now. I want these gas prices to stop now. Y'all got to watch that rotten ass Congress we got. Them rotten ass senators we got. And that rotten ass Supreme Court we got. You spend $10,000 a month on fuel. That's good. That's good. Guess what? You got it to spend. Because if you didn't have it to spend, you wouldn't be spending it. So, jobs? No, but let me keep going. I like that, Mike. But Mike, maybe I got you. Mike, you know I got you now. You know they told me to mess with you, Mike. But hold up. But brothers, I like that. So I ain't heard but two brothers. One said, we need to get more jobs. And unemployment rate is lowest ever. One guy said the prices of gas and food too high. Shit, it goes up and down, y'all. During every presidency. It goes up and down. Y'all, we don't know how politics works. And I see it. And I understand y'all don't. And I see it's those three branches of government, a lot of people just don't understand. But let me keep going. I got to get this. I didn't mean to stay here that long, but thank you to Icy Mike and who is that? That is Moody. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much. But before you can understand something, I was thinking about Kamala Harris the other day. Because people are always talking negative about her. He said, nobody's coming to save you. You better save yourself. Oh, my God. But you can save yourself collectively. Because if you're out there on the island, your ass going to get ate up. You got to save yourself collectively. But you're right. You got to put on your mask first before you assist others. That's what they say on the plane. But before we understand, y'all want to let y'all know a little bit about this lady, man. that people be talking about. Before we understood what a progressive prosecutor was, Kamala Harris was considered a progressive prosecutor. Okay? All of the reform and the criminal justice reform, police reform and the criminal justice reform that we're working on in Congress right now, and we're expanding to prevent recidivism, that are going to empower people that are returning citizens, not to just engage in in the same behaviors when they come out of jail that sent them in the first place. She started those things. And it's important for people to know that. Go look it up. I forgot the name of it. She had a program. She started that. And they're expanding that around the country. That's in new legislation right now that's being shot down by the senators. This woman started that when she was, and they talking about this 2006, they was talking about her, right? This 2006 on the show. Watch this.
Argument is not working. What I suggest we do as African Americans is own this issue in law enforcement and then define it in the way that works for us, because it is a myth to say that African Americans don't want law enforcement. We do. We want our grandmothers to be able to walk to church and be safe. We want our babies to be able to walk to the park and be safe. What we don't want is racial profiling. What we don't want is excessive force.
That's right.
But they said, that's 2006. They said this woman just turned black. Turn. Do y'all see how ignorant some of this stuff is? This 2006. What is it, 2024 right now? Man, Fox News will get your ass in trouble, but let's keep going. Y'all, because her record has been fugazed. Y'all know what fugazi is. Her record has been, y'all, she had the police reform and the criminal justice reform, the thing they got in Congress right now that they're trying to get passed, that started with her. She been talking about this since 2006. She been working on it. And they talking about what black men won't get black men. Well, black men, can't y'all benefit? Michael, you got a business. Can't you benefit from a $50,000 tax credit that won't take you through all the red tape? Black men, don't y'all like to buy houses? Can't y'all benefit from the $25,000 down payment for a new house? Well, what they doing for black men? Black men, ain't y'all got children? When you want to have a $6,000 tax credit to help your kid for the first year in their life? What black man wouldn't prevent from these people banning price fixing like they doing? That's why inflation's out. They price fixing in certain situations. So you can't access rentals and that you can't afford. And all of the black issues that we have when it comes to health care, black men, the Project 2025 trying to cut your affordable health care. And all these diseases we have and we're dying from, prostate cancer and all that stuff. Man, we can really benefit from expanded health care. That's on her, that's on her program. That is Moody. We're in Prostate Cancer Awareness Month right now. And don't let me get started on the 2025 project. They're trying to close down programs that are rooted in equity. And you know who those programs benefit? And the rooted in equity are black boys. Do you know who benefits from the programs like My Brother's Keepers and after-school programs that help with the mental state of these young black men and what they're going through? Project 2025 trying to get rid of that. And we talk about what it's doing for black people. We talk so much about these policies as only going to benefit women and children. And that's just not true. But it's our fault because we're not talking about it in a way it's going to highlight the many ways that a black man would benefit from what is provided. I know some of y'all, first time y'all ever hearing this right now. Y'all, they want to eliminate the Affordable Care Act. And your man's Donald Trump don't even have a plan. He has a concept of a plan. There won't be any investigation of the cops who just show up and shoot you. They will shoot people. They show up. A dude jumped over the fence for $2.90 in the subway, and they shooting in the crowd of subway at a dude. It's the slave patrol all over again. You don't think a black man can want to buy a house? You don't think a black man could use money to open a business? You don't think a black man could use extra health care? What happened, y'all? We have gendered so many benefits and the policies that we have forgotten. I know ain't nobody put it to you like that, but Mike and Thaddeus Moody, I had to talk to y'all. I showed that video. I wish people cared if Donald Trump always identified as a white supremacist as much as they care about Kamala Harris always identify as a black. I just played the video for you. But when I tell you stuff like that, I saw something the other day, Kurt Collins, and I thought it was illuminating. And I said I had to share it with y'all. Y'all need to share the show. This is profound. They was talking about Gates, and talking about the conditions and talking about circumstances. Gates, gates around your house, gates in your life, gates, gatekeepers and all that. And how our response to these things will really determine the fullness or the smallness of our lives that we are able to live. This study where they had a bunch of rats in a cage and they left the gate open. And every time the rats tried to leave, they got shocked. Jerry Jones, check this out. They try to leave again. Jerry Jones, I know you just came on. I'm talking about the study. They had a study, had a bunch of rats in a cage. And they left the gate open. And every time the rats tried to leave the gate, they got shocked. And they try to leave again, and they get shocked. Then they try to leave again, Mike, then they get shocked. Eventually, the rats stop trying to leave. Fast forward. Those rats have little baby rats. And they put the baby rats in a separate cage and let the cage open. They left the cage open and the rats never tried to leave. They have never been shocked, the babies. They never experienced the same trauma, and yet they still acted in the same way. Y'all think with me right now. And that's how we understand epigenetics, trauma, and response patterns can be passed down to us. This isn't just through generations, it can be through a lifetime, also something that may have happened in your childhood. What situations in our lives that we are keeping ourselves in when the gate is wide open? If it's in your birthright, to live the most expansive, full, joyful life, aging life ever, why are you staying stuck when the gate is open, wide open? And where do we find and expand our perception into the possibilities that are outside the gate? Y'all know I'm talking to myself. Where we stand. What if we figured out why we stand stuck when the gate is wide open? What if we figure out how to avoid the shock? Or we go through the gate and realize the stuff that was shocking us is no longer there. We get through it and realize the stuff that's shocking us it's no longer there. It's not that we stay in the gate or die. It's that we wrestle and grapple with the idea that the gate exists. That there are potential harms. And we should use our genius to navigate around it. I know I'm talking to somebody. We don't use our fear to keep us locked inside the gate. But unfortunately, many of us keep ourselves locked inside the gate. I told y'all how collectively how powerful we could be if all of us choose Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones got a business. Everybody on the Chop Shop went to support Jerry Jones that day. Then the next day, everybody go support Michael Smith. Then the next day, everybody buy a house, they go call Crystal first. Then the next day, everybody, whatever Kevin Freitman got going on, everyone support him. But y'all, we so scared to walk through the gate because of our past trauma. Black folk can't get along. Jerry Jones, I'm living this right now. That's why I'm sharing it with y'all. I ain't sharing, yo, I'm talking to myself too. But unfortunately, many of us keep ourselves locked in a gate. And for good reason now. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm telling you, I'm talking about myself. We all got reasons. And we didn't have reasons. Hey, if we didn't have reasons, we wouldn't be inside the gate. If we didn't have reason, we'll be outside the gate. So all of us got reasons. Right? But the idea is that there's no way out. And we are perhaps keeping ourselves from it. The idea that there is a better way. It's a better way to do summer basketball. It's a better way to be a parent. Summer basketball. It's a better way to be a parent. It's a better way. We can't be locked in the day. It's a better way. We don't have to be locked in the, well, my son ain't gonna get no scholarship. It's a better way to do it. I told y'all, I've been trying to give y'all a clean glass of water. And we're keeping ourselves from it because we're so scared. I don't want him to say nothing negative about my son. If your son can ball, can't nobody say nothing about it. Talked about mine, eh? And stop him from getting what he. But if you notice, I don't allow nobody to come on this show and talk about none of y'all kids. All of them great to me. Just might not be great in basketball. I'm watching a guy last night, Shaquan Barkley. He dropped 16 passes in his career. Running back. Ain't really his job. And they threw it to him on third down and his ass dropped it again. And I got to get to that in a minute. But when I finish this, I'm going to get to that in a minute. That is a better way, y'all. Sometimes we are concerned about the trauma and we don't want to navigate. But that's a choice. There are other choices, y'all. When you consider the fullness and the wideness of this world and the potential and the possibilities outside of that gate, that's why I'm out here in LA right now. Because there's some possibilities that outside of Houston that I had to get outside the gate. I don't care about the trauma. I'll be back, but I got to explore these opportunities. And by the way, happy anniversary to my family's food truck business. It's been a year. From Memphis with Love, if you can see the Memphis. The truck is housed and based in LA. What we did, we wanted to bring the Memphis flavored wings out to Los Angeles. Anniversary today. Several people on the feed, several people, friends of mine who come to LA, they call me and say, Robert, where is it? And they go crazy. Shout out to them, I forgot. See, when you're making history and you're doing something, you forget your own stuff. You talk about everybody else's stuff but your own. And some just made me remember. But let me get back. See what I'm saying? We got out of the gate. Whenever you're in LA, call me. I got you. So much out in this world, y'all, that the shock might be worth it. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to move. It might not work for you. But you have at least 3 options in the circumstance, right? I'll give them to you. You can stay inside the limitations that were artificially created for us. That's an option. Or we can choose to figure out a way out of the gate. If we can get around it, we can dig a hole up under it, we can dig a bridge over it. Not being shocked. We don't want to be shocked, but maybe we can go over or maybe around whatever. We can figure out a way. And then we all can decide that even getting shocked is worth the price to pay to get outside of that box, outside of that enclosure. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody said his entire team will be eating there the day after Christmas. See that? It's a friend of mine who brought his family out here earlier this summer, and and his son just can't wait to get back to LA to get them wings. I mean, they sit out there and ate them wings. That was one of my funnest moments when your friends they're in town, and Bobby Benjamin was the first one to go visit the truck. Him and his wife went to LA, And he called me and he said, "Oh, no, man, it's unbelievable." So several other people I got up. I mean, it's just they're endless. I'm not gonna call everybody. I just called Bobby Benjamin's names out. But y'all, I saw something. Oh, I got to share with y'all. I don't think I'm gonna talk about little old Diddy today, but I want to. But it's something. Hold up, y'all. It was something. It was just on my mind, and see, that's why sometimes I have to. I have to keep a note sometimes. Michael Jordan finally selling that house out there, y'all. I got a chance to see the house. I ain't never been inside it. They tried to asked for 26 million or 29 million. Ain't nobody paid for it, but somebody finally agreed. They just agreed. They sold it yet to 4 million. The house got a whole lot of stuff in it, but this house old as hell, man. I went by the house. I noticed neither one of y'all. I'm trying to find out something, y'all. Neither one of y'all mentioned nothing about Diddy. But didn't my man tell you? But didn't my man tell you? Didn't your man tell you this?
Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Period. Period. All of these big dick.
Let me see that I forget something else because I got something else. Got some message. Hold on.
Do like to party, okay?
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm shocked that you and Cassie have gone this far, like the distance. What is it about her that, you know?
I mean, it's just like when a record comes on, the way she moves.
Yeah.
Like when I look at her, the way she smiles. The way I see her look at me sometimes when I wake up and she's already awake, you know?
And the Met Gala, what the sitting on the steps was going on? What is going on here?
Now, I'm gonna be honest, like, they didn't have my tickets right the year before, so I said I'm gonna stun on them and sit on the stairs as my woman looks good and takes those pictures.
Do like to party, okay?
Yes.
We'll talk about that, y'all, because somebody just texted me something. We'll talk. But you know what? Young man sent me this. And I wish Sonya was there. Sonya here? Sylvia said she knew it was coming. Sylvia, I got something, Sylvia, but I'm going to hold up. But Sylvia, I want to know how you feel about this. No, but this matters. This matters. You say the same old story, different person. Ain't too many people, Crystal, that had this kind of power that he has. You want to say Bill Cosby? That's one. You want to say R. Kelly? But there's some sick stuff these people are doing. Y'all hold up, y'all. I'm about to take my boot off right quick. Hold on. There's some sick stuff. But I saw a post. And I got some free thinking people that I'm around. Young man that I respect a lot. I don't agree with some of that crazy ass shit he be saying. Just tell you the truth. But I respect him when he say something. He said, this Sunday, I took out the time to watch a few NFL games and notice how the NFL are really starting to use and exploit the hip-hop rap culture. Every game I seen started off with some hip-hop artist performance. All for a bigger picture to get the black dollar and audience back so they can get a kickback from all the betting and the gambling sites. I'm gonna dissect some of this shit because he don't know what he's talking about in some of these. Betting sites are doing $14 billion a month. Who do you think doing most of the betting? Just about 7 or 8 years ago, it was the face of the NFL. Then they banned Colin Kaepernick. Now, since we went and paid Jay-Z, a rapper, to sit on the board, who also said F the NFL, Black America's all good with the NFL again. Then he said, wake the F up. What do y'all think? Let me dissect something. He said, this Sunday, I took time to watch a few NFL games and notice how the NFL are really starting to use and exploit hip-hop. I got a question. With 75 or 70% of your players are black and love hip-hop, wouldn't you like stuff to be involved that they are involved with? Y'all help me. Y'all help me now. Hold up. If 70% of my workforce listens and involved in this culture, if I didn't have some hip hop stuff on there, y'all probably would have something to say about that, right? And I hope you listen, though. Cause I don't understand. I'm gonna text him. I just hope he listens. Cause I don't understand that. Let's bring it here. 70% of Crystal Fordham's workforce is black. But every day at her workforce, they playing country music or techno music that my black folks don't like. They're going to be looking at Crystal like, what the hell? What the hell going on? So I didn't understand that content. Every game I've seen started off with some hip-hop performer. The players and their families and their friends like it. What you want them to have? Travis Tritt? Reba McEntire? Then you say, well, they only care. Let me go. Let me keep going. Then he said, all for a big picture to get the black dollar. Have you been to them games? Sonya Billingsley went to the game this weekend. Have you been to the games? 90% of the people in them games be white, man. Paying for them high-ass tickets. They ain't wearing, don't you know they had a record amount of money that they shared through the TV networks? Before any hot dog was counted, each team got about, what, I'm trying to get the right, 280-something million, one check. Because of TV for 1 year, that's just one. We ain't talking about no revenue for nothing else, just from TV. Each team. And you said the black dollar and the artists back so they can get a kickback from the betting and gambling sites. So most of us bet and gamble. I don't bet and gamble that much. but I know people that do. Betting sites are doing $14 billion a month. That was going to happen regardless. He said, who you think doing the most of the betting? Are we doing most of the betting? Trey Phillips, are we doing most of the betting? I just don't see, when people make these, I just don't, they don't have their facts. When you, and I know this is just an opinion, but I like for your opinions to be based on facts. She said they already had about a Black Dollar Gucci. No, Balenciaga. They've been buying that ugly shit. I said, oh my God, it's terrible. Black Americans, this Black American is not good with the NFL again. And I made a lot of money off the NFL. Most of the black podcasts have a gambling site. What you mean by black podcast? What you mean by the black podcast? See, tell me. You said most of the black podcasts have a gambling site sponsor. Give me one. Give me one. Give me one. Give me one so I can look it up. Give me one. Trey, you know I am. Just can't say that now. Let me go to my podcast. What you mean black? So the black speakers on the, if they don't listen, the platform, the volume and all of them, they owned by Colin Cowherd and Bill Simmons, them white folks. So they determine that. The black podcast, they just talking. I'm trying to see what black podcast, I'm telling you, what Shannon Sharp, that's a black podcast. It's distributed by the volume. Yeah, but I think by the volume. That's owned by Colin Cowherd. Club Shay Shay and all of that. I'm just trying to see. Most of them, you got gambling site. Black folk gamble just like, I think it's all about marketing, he said. But I mean, the fella just, in case you've been under the rock, I got to address this because we're in the barbershop. And I want to see something. And I got an angle here. We're in the barbershop. We just sitting there talking, right? We just sitting there talking. But Trey, you said most black. Maybe I ain't paying attention to them, the black podcasts, because I really ain't got time that much to listen to all that mess they be spewing out. But according to TMZ, Sean Diddy Combs is now a criminal defendant in a sex trafficking. See, Crystal, this why it's important. I know what you said earlier. Hold up, Crystal. You said, hold up, what you say? That's why I wanted to get you. I had to help you. Or you said, same old story, different person. Not surprised or concerned. I am, Crystal. Sex trafficking could have been your daughter, could have been your niece, could have been my niece, could have been the Avery's daughter or their daughter. Sex trafficking. Girl just want to break into this business. Powerful man in this business. Want to break in this business. They'll do anything to break in this business. And you got this sadistic ass trafficker, racketeering, kidnapping. Let me, so Crystal, I'm concerned, baby. He is now the criminal defendant in a sex trafficking, racketeering, kidnapping case after a grand jury indicted him. This according to the official documents. They got, I think I forgot how many pages. It's 9 pages of them. I just read 1 or 2. I ain't have time to read all that stuff because it just got open today. Before I came on the show. According to the official document, Diddy has been charged with 3 counts of racketing, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force. That's forcing your daughter. Fraud, coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. I'm concerned. According to the indictment, from 2008 to the present, members of the Combs enterprise allegedly engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics, offensive, kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction of justice. According to the indictment, the purpose of the Combs enterprise was to operate a global business in the media, entertainment, and lifestyle industries. No, it's more than a pimp. This gangster here, pimp. This more than a pimp. This gangster. This racketeering mob shit. Pimp is a pimp. This racketeering. This under the RICO statute. Let me keep going. More than that, Malik. Check this out. See what they're going to say, he used his power as a media mogul. That's why they're going to paint him. Attorney. Entertainment mogul. Lifestyle mogul. Don't a lot of y'all daughters or friends want to be in media, want to be in entertainment, want to be in the lifestyle industry? This why it's so dangerous, Crystal. The purpose also, they say, is preserving Diddy's power and feeling his personal desires, especially relation to his sexual gratifications, including through the exploitation of women and the use of commercial sex workers. So he was a pimp and was buying. He was a pimp and a hoe at the same time. Then they said don't get high on your own supply. Y'all, I'm just listening to this, y'all. I see, I read the indictment, but now I'm just reading the report. The indictment mentions, ladies and gentlemen, close your ears up, Mindy, the now famous freak-off parties, calling them elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. Bishop Jakes, I sure hope you went on one of them recording, player. Y'all quiet. Y'all quiet on me. Y'all quiet on me. Y'all quiet on me. And I'm not being messy here. We're in the barbershop. We're going to talk about this in the barbershop. Yeah, we ain't talking about wine. We talking about Weinstein. We talking about Epstein. We talking about Trump. We talking about all of them. Yeah, we talking about all of them. Man, if you hurting these people like this, I got a problem with you. I don't care what your name is. I don't care if your name Weinstein. I don't care. Them dudes there you talking about, they got the complexion for collection, for protection. They got it all. We talking about you doing this to your people. We talking about you people, you doing this to your folks. Or whoever. It might be some white girls in here too. But the way he beat that little girl, and I saw it, I promise you, I ain't no dude who finna shake his hand in public and be cool with him. No, I'm not. Little bitty ass girl. I saw her before. It's little. He's knocking all around the place. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Oh, I know what you're saying, black folks said. And I'm telling you what to tell them black folk. Tell them to watch the Chop Shop. Yo, the indictment alleged Combs lured women into his audit. See, this what got R. Kelly ass in jail. He lured women into his orbit under the pretense of a romantic relationship, and then they used force, threats of force, coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers. No, Ray Rice didn't do this. Oh, yeah. Oh, he beat that girl. Oh, yeah, I ain't like them since he. I ain't like them. She forgave him, but I did. You're right. She forgave him. But y'all, we need to be doing something about Shalon because she beat the shit out of Jay-Z in that elevator, y'all. And she know he couldn't hit him back. So we need to do something about Shalons too. So we're gonna talk about. We need to do. We need to do something. That girl whooped the hell out. That man was protecting his private because she was trying to kick him right between his legs. But man, I saw that video again the other day, man. I just said, God, Lee Jay-Z, a hell of a dude. And I hope he ain't caught up in this mess. Him and old Michael Rubin. What that man said? Hold up, y'all. We got to talk about this on the Chop Shop, y'all. What that man say?
Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
When you hear that now, what are you thinking? The indictment alleged Combs lured women into his order. I told y'all about that. It's the reason why she hit him like that in the elevator. No, you shouldn't hit nobody. Because Puffy could say it's the reason he hit Cassie. Woman shouldn't put her hand on a man just like a man shouldn't put her hand. I really believe in that, Don. Ain't no reason for you hit. He didn't hit you. Why you hitting him? From what I hear, what goes on between a husband and wife, your little ass ain't got nothing to do with. I don't care if Jay-Z know why. But what goes on with a husband and wife, her little ass ain't got nothing to do with it. Jay-Z still married to his wife. Her husband left her a long time ago. Now go figure that out, Don. And then, and then come back to me. But let me finish this. After the freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically receive IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and the drug use. I don't care if it come out. There's no, but you're not, I don't, listen to me. I don't care what comes out, Dawn. Dawn, listen to me. She shouldn't have been hitting this man. Because if he'd have knocked the shit out of her little ass, y'all be talking about, well, he shouldn't have hit no woman. Woman shouldn't hit no, my mama told me a woman shouldn't hit you either. You hit somebody, your ass might get hit back now. Just telling you. Don't put your hand on another human being, because your ass might get hit back. I don't care what Jay-Z did. Did he beat her? Did he hit her? No. That man said, I don't care if it come out. You keep telling me it's going to come out. You ain't going to never come out with me with nothing. You shouldn't hit nobody. 100 bottles of baby oil. Yeah, I knew this nasty ass dude here was gonna talk about that. But let me keep going. Let me keep going. Jim, man, come on, Jim. That thing. Let me keep going, y'all. Let's see. The indictment does not include details on the kidnapping, the allegations, other than they occurred in California, as did arson and bribery. As for the drug charges, they allegedly involve the intent to distribute narcotics, including cocaine, oxycodone, Xanax, GHB, and the date rape drug, and ketamine. The indictment references what was a seize during the raids at Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills in Miami. Various freak-off supplies, include narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They also seized firearms, including 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers and a drum magazine. And then I heard from the DA today in his press conference. He said that the reason it was the AR-15s were confiscated because of the supposed threats of using these weapons against some people. He didn't tell all, but he said that. They said I guess he appeared in front of the judge this morning, but he was staying in the Park Hyatt. I thought he lived in Manhattan, but he's standing in the Park Hyatt. They arrested him. Aubrey O'Day, who had a contentious relationship with Diddy during making of the band, tells CMZ that I never thought I would see this day. We all buried inside of us in order to be able to keep going. And not just me, but victims you don't even know yet. We're all processing what type of vindication that we actually feel now. Every conversation I've had with victims last night have been moving on all levels. Then he talked about homeland consent. Y'all, that was a powerful. I'm about to bring you in, Jimmy. You had me. I'm sitting there reading the indictments this morning. I couldn't get through all of them, but I'm in count one. I'm on count one, and it's two pages maybe more. So I ain't finished count one yet. So, but Jimmy, I never forget this. I never forget this. I'm gonna play it again. I played it once. Hold up, let me see. It's messing me up. I don't want to play it. I'll play it one more time. I got to play it because now it makes sense.
Big dick deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Jimmy, when that little dude was saying that, man, I was saying, I can't believe ain't nobody saying nothing to this little dude. They just let him just do that. Man, ain't nobody came and said nothing against what he said. So that's all, man. We don't have to stay there, man. I just if you got something else you want to talk about, I don't know if you was at the little Junebug thing this weekend. I didn't know. That's right. You had your event going on. I'm talking about the John Lucas thing. Oh, that wasn't a Junebug. That was a high school. But no, that like Crystal, I was just talking about. I just juxtaposed. I said, think about if your daughter just trying to break in one of these industries, Jimmy, the man had power in all the industry, the movie industry, the music industry, the movie industry, every industry, and they say he uses power force people to do something. That's this racketeering. The RICO, so they're under the RICO statute. So it's different, Jim. Jimmy, they took their time about. You remember they raided the house and everybody said, "Man, ain't nothing happened." Something happened now. So what's going on?
I mean, that's how they move. A lot of people that say that type of stuff don't understand and don't pay attention to some of their kin folks or neighbors or schoolmates. Everybody has a old classmate or old neighbor or a relative that done likely have been encountered by the feds. So that's how they move. They don't when they come. That's why their conviction rate is about 97, 98%. Because when they come, they are coming correct in most cases.
Most cases.
With now, Diddy, I think close out this so we can get to talk some sports. His attorney has proposed a $50 million bond package. Did you speak on that?
No, I didn't even want to go. I didn't want to go there because I was going to go into more.
Think about this. For you to offer a $50 million bond package, which includes every member of your immediate family surrendering their passports, putting your mama house up as collateral. And they say he went and just paid off the balance of his mortgage, made the steps to pay it off according to that document, the proposal. That
he knew he was in trouble, Jim.
18 minutes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you got an inside lane, everybody has inside in some degree, especially when you're that prominent. Somebody's going to tip you off. Somebody's going to let you know, hey man, you might want to get your affairs in order. Hey man, jump out boys coming. Even the smallest element.
The jump out boy. Jump out boy. I remember that, Jim. Jim, I remember the jump out boys. I can tell you that.
They tell you jump out boy. We knew they always came on Friday back in the hood. Friday, and that was bad.
But see, y'all knew they was coming. These are different jump out boys right here.
Well, he didn't know they would. Understand? He know when the indictments are coming. It's easy to get that. If you got a lawyer that's a prosecutor that's respectable to a lawyer, an attorneys, and you have that respect, if you have that type of counsel, they'll let them know. They'll let your counsel know. Hey man, it's coming. It's coming for the end of the week, or it's coming for the end of the month. They'll let them know. At the same time, remember they already had his passport, so he had to surrender that. But anyway, that's. I don't feel sorry.
No, it ain't about nobody feeling sorry. I was just teaching the lesson.
Allegations are true. I do not feel sorry. Understand the single most important person in this, and that is the young lady Cassie.
Oh my
if she didn't have the power to be strong enough to come forward and push through the elements and go and take this thing and keep mashing the gas on it, he could have solved this. Negro could have paid her.
He did.
He said no. No. At first,
in the beginning.
In the beginning, the courts made him pay.
Right.
He settled. Yeah. She came at first. Mm-hmm. He could have paid. Remember, then the boyfriend got mad, and whoever's her boyfriend, hey man, most boyfriends be like, man, that ain't my business. I ain't gonna squabble that dude. That dude there empowered his girl to keep pushing forward. That's something that's, I'm telling you, it's buried up underneath all this stuff. That is power. I hope like hell they're still together and they stay together, because that's a hell of a foundation for the guys right there in the woman's corner and going and fight and help her fight through like that, knowing that she had to face humiliation and embarrassment and all type of buyer's remorse in dealing with this dude.
What they gonna do to ground them planes, Jimmy? The planes he got.
Man, you get to see a whole lot of stuff.
Surrender the passport. But some people you don't have. Some state he might have friends where he might not have.
The federal government. Remember, they got your mom on the hook. Yeah. So if you they got your mom on the hook. They ain't have Russell Simmons' mom on the hook. They got your mom on the hook. They got your kids on the hook. guess what? So if you're gonna be the sacrificial lamb, you know what I'm saying? That's more power to you.
We'll talk
But
about it another
anyway,
time because that's gonna be
this past weekend, as you mentioned, of course, earlier. Yes, I did. I did go and I passed by the John Lucas camp on Sunday morning and show my respects. So I did that. Of course, I was busy with the girls Super 16 extravaganza on this weekend, and and that was a home run. But once again, I did pass by there. I made early Sunday morning, went by there, shake a few hands, and to physically show John Lucas the pay respect of being there. That's how you do it, like paying the respect. And that was, I know, all of the hard work that he put into making that thing, uh, uh, that camp a success. And of course, Dane Irvin was on the. I mean, he's the unsung, one of the unsung heroes for making all those calls. Called up on the NBPA Top 100 Selection Committee, which I'm a member of, and for a lot of us to go and post some. How would I say, liquid Drano down the pipes and try to help some kids who had the invites, but it ended up being a grand success with over about 150 to 160 kids in present at that camp. NBA personnel was there. A lot of the scouts from around, especially this region and around the country. And you guys have to realize a lot of guys that are NBA scouts right now were just 1 to 2 to 3 years removed from being grassroots basketball evaluators and powers that be. Those guys still have their relationships, and those college coaches still can call those guys up on those guys and ask them, hey man, what you saw? Hey man, who did good? Understand, relationships do that. It don't matter what your job title is. It don't matter where you're working at. If a person has a relationship, they're going to call up on you to get into it. And so guys like just say I mentioned Dane Irvin, he was with the Phoenix Suns, but he's not. People going to call up on him. They're going to call up on a DeAndre Archie or Vince Baldwin or Matt the Mayor Verdon, who's with the Detroit Pistons right now. They're going to call up on them, even though they are not in the business anymore. But they are obligated now to go and get the intel on these up and coming young people to go in, because the stakes are higher. You're paying these guys more money, much more money. So I mean, you want to get more intel, because at the end of the day, you're going to realize the market is going to churn itself to where you're getting kids. Somebody got to get that money out of their slot in the first round, regardless of how good they are or how good they will be tomorrow or not. They're going to get that money slot. It's already slotted. And so you want to make the best possible decision as you can. Over at the girls event, I'm going to ask you guys right now to share the show, if you would. I want to talk about some young ladies from this event. And then I got something I want to hammer on, trying to speed through this real quick. I want to give a shout out. First of all, let's get you to share the show again. I'm gonna ask you guys share the show. I see you guys out there. I see Crystal say, before I go, as a survivor myself, I wasn't making life light of the victims and what they went through. I was talking about the Diddy's of the world. I know translation gets lost in text and post, but that's not what. Okay, we got you, Crystal. But you guys shared the show. Okay, here's the deal. The girls' Super 16 extravaganza took place this past weekend. We invited 16 of the top, or the projected top, girls' varsity teams in Greater Houston to come up under one roof, play a little tournament, and that kickstarts the fall ball season. It was a lot of support, a lot of teams wondering, girl coaches didn't know who I was. You had people to describe him. Oh, that's the guy that covers the boys' side. That's the guy that does this or does the kickoff classic, goes on television. It was everything but. So I had to be revalidated. Understand this, no matter what my validation or my credentials are, going into this sector had to be revalidated. And in most cases, I simply would call over to some of the high schools and tell the boys coach, hey, can you go over there to your girls coach office and just basically let her know who I am? And that may make the conversations easier. That might make and it ended up opening the doors. A lot of them knew who I was, but it opened up the doors and it was a smooth flow of support for this event. And Shadow Creek High School, shout out to those young ladies for taking first place in this event. Shadow Creek High School, it is. I mean, they are. I want to call if I got to. I think I may have the rosters. I just want to give them a special shout out for going through. They won. They lost a game. One game they lost in pool play to C King by like 1 point. Then they came back and ran the table once they got into bracket play. Nicole Clark, Zoe Singanya, Shayona Gilbert, Ryan Napier, Sydney Parks, Aaliyah Woodard, Briley Thurman, Dania Lewis, Gianna Gentry, Ioma Nyeku, Nyla Grove, Preston P. Young, Kalani Lakey. Of course, the bench coaches, Coach Jordan and Coach Gentry, I'm assuming that's one of the relatives of Gianna, they were on the bench. Let me tell you something. Shout out to you young ladies. And I also have, because it's called the Super 16 Fall High School Championships, the champion got $500 donation right on the spot, thanks in part to ICANN Athletics. They're based in Katy. You guys can look them up and go and support them. They had the courage and the love in their hearts to come out and support these young ladies and helped with the donations. $250 went to the second place team, which was Kincaid. And shout out to those young ladies as well. I want to give you guys the names of once again, you want to share this show right now. Trey Phillips, I saw him in the building. Shout out to Trey for coming out, covering that event. Simi Colson, happy belated birthday. He was out there, and then I had to go to a early birthday engagement on Sunday and didn't make it back, which that was pre-known. But shout out to the guys for coming out there and putting their eyes on these young ladies, supporting them in such fashion while we made our efforts to create history. What I'm going to do in no particular order, I have comprised the list of my super 16 young ladies. 16 young ladies, basically a rendition of an all tournament team. Cy Springs High School came and played showcase games only, so I didn't include any of their players on this list for the sake of I was only polling the list of girls who participated in the tournament bracket. But Cy Springs came over there and won 2 games in convincing fashion on Sunday afternoon, and that team there is loaded. We'll talk about them a little bit more tomorrow. But I go down the road in order of the high school teams. C.E. King High School, I love this freshman. She's about 6 foot tall, 6'1" maybe. Her name is Skylar Conway. She is the measuring stick in this class, in this area. I'm sorry, that particular class of 2028. There's a lot of freshmen. That lets me know on the girls' side, I'm telling you, that freshman class, trust me, guys, I've been doing this a long time. I don't necessarily know who's the best freshman is. That ain't my job. I can tell when there's a bunch of freshmen that's leading their teams in 1 or 2 categories, lets me know that class has a chance to move the needle. I can tell you that much. That 2028 for the girls' side is definitely one to keep an eye on. Anyway, Ania Foy from Cinco Ranch High School. She's a senior. She's committed to Kansas State. From Clearbrook High School, we have Cameron McLaren. She's a senior. Also from Deal Park High School, Shelby Tortorici. She's a junior at about 5'10". From Dickinson High School, we have Jasmine Hansley. She's a 5'6" senior. From Friendswood High School, Helen Bird. She's a 5'10" senior. From Grand Oaks High School, we have Bree Riley. Bree Riley started off cooking. She might have had 2 games with 30 points this weekend. But you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm quite sure this team will get a little help from volleyball probably and get reinforcement. But this Grand Oaks team, that's where she's at. This young lady, Bree Riley, she has a chance. She's a senior. And from Hitchcock High School, Kamora Carroll. She's a 5'5" junior. From Kincaid, we spoke of that freshman class. Let me tell you something. We know the freshman class is good. But this young lady name I'm about to say right now in this sophomore class, this Kincaid, first of all, that team, they are the team of the future in this area. I bet my right pocket right now that Kincaid is going to win this Super 16, if not next year, definitely the year after. Easy. You know why? Because they only had 1 senior on the team, 2 juniors on the team. The rest of those young ladies were all 10th and 9th graders at Kincaid. But this name right here, this young lady is already special. Don't use that word often. Her name is Mariah Alfred. Mariah Alfred, she's 5'8", 10th grader. Also Lauren Hull, she's a 5'9", 10th grader. From Lake Creek High School. Well, hey man, one of the young ladies that basically she came to play, and her name is Cheney Spencer. She's committed to Texas A&M. She's a senior. She was in that building. She made her presence felt. That's for sure. Cheney Spencer. I can't wait to see her play in college. From Brandel High School, Alasia Cook. She's a 5'7" senior. From Shadow Creek High School, well, first of all, let me give you Summer Creek High School. Kennedy Simpson is a 5'11" junior. And last but not least, we have 3 young ladies from the championship team. And that is Zoe Senganya, right? Denaya Lewis. Denaya is a junior. Zoe is a senior. And the person I would probably give the MVP to, and that is Preston P. Young. She's a 6'2" senior who's unsigned. And like I said, I don't know, haven't seen enough sample size of the girls to be in comparison to whether she's Division I or not. But she sure did play like it. Right? Sure did play like it based on some of the other young ladies who's signed. I'm not going to say their names that I did not mention making the all tournament. So shout out to those young ladies. Those are the girls Super 16, and all this information will be posted if it's not already on rcssports.com. We have 8 minutes to the top of the hour. I want to remind you guys, over the weekend, of course, we had, it looks like we got another funeral. It's almost like every weekend or every other weekend I am faced with attending another funeral. And from somebody, often it's somebody that was in an integral part of the basketball community. In this case, young man who played at Sam Houston High School, Marlon Davis. I'm sorry. Like I'm confusing Marlon's last name. I think Marlon's last name is Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. But little Marlon, this is sad violence. That was I think about 11 people was injured as a result of gunfire. I think 3 people got killed. About maybe 2 miles from my house. This was in the late hours this past weekend. They had a block party on that afternoon. And this young man, he played on the Sam Houston High School team. This team went to state, along with Kendrick Davis and all of, and Marlon. I'm just heartstrung on it. And I look around. Yeah, thanks to her, was at Marlon Jackson. I corrected myself on it because I think Marlon Davis is a little kid from Westfield High School. But here's what I want to say is that we have this conversation and it's unfortunate, and the timing of it is not, I don't think it's never wrong if it's coming from a good place in the heart. And that is, I've noticed, man, it's far too many people in our society that don't have life insurance. I was looking, and it was funny because I'd been talking, and I was thinking about adding another policy on myself. Understand, I don't have no biological kids. I have no mother, no living parents, no living grandparents, and no living biological kids. And yet I was catching myself even before then, not even thinking about this tragedy, about adding another policy. People send stuff in the mail all the time. So I get the thing in the mail, and I'll actually call them on Friday about prices, about re-upping. And so now I look back at this stuff this morning, and they're rolling back like a sale on insurance rates, life insurance, term life. For 18 to 34-year-old, listen, for 18 to, I'm not even calling the name. This ain't no commercial. So you see I blacked the name out on purpose when I showed you guys this. I'm not, this ain't an infomercial. But an 18 to 34-year-old, that's a 15-year span, 16 years. It only costs $8 a month for $50,000 of insurance policy. $8 a month. That's $2 a week. And it's just too much ignorance that's plagued among our community. People say, think in our mind, there's some things that we can't afford, yet we can't afford not to think we can't afford it. $8 a month. It ensures that families aren't supposed to go into economic strain when a loved one gets deceased. It's not supposed to. And I don't understand, like in our society, I was talking to, and it's crazy, I'm just talking, black folk, we are, excuse me guys, you hear that sound, that's the yard guy out there with their utensils or whatnot. But understand, I was just talking to a white guy about this topic this morning. I had to vent it a little bit. And he said, man, I have $2 million on my wife and kids. I have $2 million on his wife and kids. See, the generational wealth, not generational wealth, I'm sorry. The wealth or the economic strain from a lot, not to saying this ain't speaking from, he ain't speaking from every white person, but from a lot of white people that I've seen throughout my years of existence of adulthood, they seize upon insurance to when a loved one die. It's an economic boost instead of an economic liability when one of their loved ones die. Why in the hell? Why do we not get that? Why are black folk so intimidated by insurance? It's almost like you saying like the boogeyman is coming. You're gonna say it 5 times and he's gonna appear behind you in your mirror or something. I don't understand this. Look at these policies for a young lady, $7 a month if you're a non-nicotine user from 18, and that rate term meaning it stays locked in for a term of years. It's for term life. My mom sold Primerica on the side. $7 for females, and it stays that rate all the way till they turn 34 years old. And then it goes up to $8 a year. Guys, please, man, check on your loved ones, man. I understand understand how this thing works. The older you get, the higher your premiums will be. But these young babies, they don't even understand. These young teenagers don't even understand. They don't even understand. They're not even registered. They're not even thinking about the voting process. They're not even thinking about, and people starting saying the word vote, people automatically think about the presidential election. It's much more stuff on the ballots than a damn presidential election. There are different things on every ballot in every city, subjects and topics. I want to get that out. Hopefully, it will encourage and influence some people, some of you guys today, to go and just do a check, do a roll call on yourselves, on your family. Check and see who has, what's going on. If they're in the paper, and those papers in the dress or up under the mattress, get those papers and put them in a Ziploc bag. That way they can't get wet. Let's just take care of our affairs a little bit better. Understand, man, this is real. This is real. And I will leave you guys. And of course, Trey Phillips, they say, is the term for that age is very inexpensive. People don't think it would happen versus just protecting. Yeah. Insurance, man. These people getting $2 million, and then when one of these people died, and they come up and not necessarily come up, but they're not throwing the hat around. Understand GoFundMe has been great, but then people start to abuse GoFundMes. A lot of people are intimidated. Or skeptical. Damn, am I donating to the right one? Is somebody trying to come up on the GoFund? Now because people abuse them. We ain't even have to be in this situation. $8 a month. If anybody needs it, I'll screenshot it to you guys. You text me and I screenshot it. You can call them. I left the number at the bottom. You can call them. This is a national reputable company. This ain't Billy Bob's insurance company. This is a reputable company that has these rates in place. That's man, you can't afford not to. It's like people, do we think that we have the date? That's not a prison release date. A death date, you the only one, you and most people around you don't know it. Like one day your name is called. One day when you make up your bed, you're not going to get back in it. Whatever you thought you was going to wear tomorrow or tonight, one day you're not going to even put it on. Let's do better, man. Let's do better. Anyway, my condolences extend out to the Jackson family. Once again, it's little Marlon Jackson, 25 years old. I think that's what he was. Senseless gunfire. Not to mention the other people that were injured. Man, it's sad. But we got to get up out of here. I want you guys to share the show on your way out the door. It's hard grabbing. Hard grabbing, guys. I can't even begin to count the amount of young people in funerals from this basketball community. Good gracious.
You said it all. I just let you said it all. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Take heed, and let's just do better. When you know better, you do better. So it's okay. We out.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.